hurricanes and floodings caused by global warming cause severe economic damage and destroy man's traditional environment. The climatic problem affects the quality of life of everybody on the planet. Economic growth and sustainable development of entire regions on the planet depend on that. Russia takes active steps to address the issue of global warming. We are at the top of the world rankings in reducing energy consumption in our economy. As a result of our energy efficiency program, we expect to reduce energy consumption by another 13.5% by 2020. We have met and more than met our obligations under the Kyoto Protocol. Until 2012, Russia did not increase its greenhouse gas emissions and actually reduced them significantly by about 40 billion of tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. I can tell you for the sake of comparison that carbon gas emissions of all countries in 2012 were 46 billion tons. In other words, Russia's efforts slowed down global warming by almost a year. We were able to reduce carbon emissions by modernizing our economy, introducing green and energy-saving technologies. At the same time, we were able to almost double our GDP over the same period of time. What I mean is, it is quite possible to make sure your economy develops properly and at the same time take care of the environment. We think it is very important for the new climate agreement to be based on the UN Framework Convention and for it to be legally binding. Both developed and developing countries should be involved in these efforts. We think this agreement should be comprehensive and equal for all. We support the long-term goal of the new agreement to limit the growth of temperature by the end of the century by 2 degrees centigrade. Russia will continue to make its contribution in the efforts to limit global warming. We plan to reduce greenhouse gas emissions to 70% of the fundamental level of 1990. We will do this by implementing breakthrough solutions in energy saving, introducing new nanotechnologies. For example, we have in Russia a new technology using additives with nanotubes. The use of this technology in Russia alone will reduce carbon emissions by 2030 by 180 million tons. Of course, we are open to exchange our technologies with other countries. Also, the new agreement should mention the role of forests as the main consumers of carbon emissions. For Russia as a country that has a lot of forests, this is particularly important. It is also important to support developing countries in their efforts in reducing carbon emissions. Russia also plans to provide financial and other kinds of help to those countries through appropriate UN mechanisms. And one more important point, addressing the 70th meeting of the UN General Assembly, I already said that climate change requires a comprehensive approach. So I would like to once again put forward our offer to host a scientific forum which would discuss climate change and also natural resources, degradation of environment, and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, we expect that together we will be able to achieve a new environment protection agreement which will replace Kyoto Protocol and will serve the interests of all the nations after 2020. Thank you.